a good time to be a monster hunter, is it not? Hello, my Sunbreak lot. It's time to see what creatures we got. In this, our latest and greatest Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak roster roundup, because damn is the roster of Sunbreak looking absolutely ridiculous. Like, genuinely, like, you cast your mind back to all of the other G and Master Rank editions and the monsters that we got therein. This time around, it feels like they're just going, give them everything, give them what they will love, give them the Gore, give them the Astalos, give them the goddamn crabs. And it's just, it just feels greatest hitty, doesn't it? Like, this, I think, is now the game with the most flagships in, thanks to Saragios and Gorma Gala joining, and that's kinda cool, really, when you think about it. Although, the one thing I'm not trying to think about that still really upsets me is, I mean, this. One day, sweet mammoth. One day. In any case, then, yes, let's go over every single monster we know about, everything confirmed, everything not confirmed but heavily implied, everything that we may get, and everything that there is a very good chance to get, all of the good stuff as we examine this legendary lineup of animals whose skin we will soon be wearing. So, to go over quickly the monsters that I have covered in the previous two roundups, well, let's get this going. In camp, new monster, of course, we have Malzano, we have Garungome, we have Lunagaron, our three lords. We have the Boggy and the Gowngoat as new small monsters. All good. Then on new versions of existing monsters, all subspecies in this case, we have Bob Blood Orange Bishatton, Aurora Somnicanth, Magma Almadron, and our Pyrantula's new little Arachnoids. Then on the returning front, we have ourselves Astalos, Teregios, and Vespoid. One of those things is not like the other. So then, whomst is now part of this club? Well, we have ourselves a bit of Pyre Ragna Kadaki, the new subspecies, who is, I mean, yes. A lot of the time, it's either incredibly cool when they take monster and then turn it up to 11, so make the fiery monster more fiery in the subspecies, or sometimes it's a bit of a hit and a miss. In this case, it looks to be an absolutely smash slam dunk. She looks downright evil and badass, having fuse web leading to her little ones that then explode. I mean, yes please. It just seems such a cool evolution of Rakna to go full fire and seemingly have even less regard for her younglings that she uses to try her best to take you down. I just can't get over how demonic it is, you know, like the pure just terror that she is going to be imposing. It's really, really exciting, and yeah, I just kind of get the vibe that it's literally going to be Ragna Kadaki. I know, I'm a genius. But no, it's just going to be Ragna Kadaki, but better, right? In the literal sense that some subspecies are like side grades or different takes, or, you know, they still leave place for their original. I kind of get the feeling that Pyre is just going to be a straight upgrade on OG Rakna, which is a little bit sad for OG Rakna, but it does stand to make Pyre just one of the best monsters going, and I, for one, am ready to get going on that hunt. Then we have a whole host of new returning monsters. Of course, the legend, the myth, the not man, Gorma Gala. Yes, he is, well, a massive big deal. It remains to be seen if the frenzy is going to do anything other than just be his unique status while you hunt him in particular. There is a whole host of possibilities there, but one fact remains is that him returning is just, I mean, as unexpected as it is fantastic. He is one of the best monsters, one of the most loved monsters, one of the most famous monsters, and rightly so, because let's be honest, sometimes a monster exists and it's just cool. The aesthetic, the blind scales, the smooth, the frenzy flow, the new, like, fiery darkness on his cape. He looks so sexy! And then he gets those wing arms and the purple glow, and look, there's precious little adjectives I can really add here. I don't need to sell you on Gorma Gala. It's Gorma Gala, and he is simply magnificent. Then, the even bigger bombshell than Gore returning, of course, Espinas. And I wasn't sure whether to count this as returning or new. It can't really return if it's not been in the mainline before, but it's also not new because obviously it's existed in Frontier. But in any case, he's Frontier. Here, like Frontier and Frontier. So I had you laughing! This is just wonderful to see. Oh, paralysis, poison, and fire all wrapped on in one delicious ball of death package delivered straight to your door, real express style. He is so much more than what he appears to be. He is so unique. He is such a good choice. He is a door opening to a whole world of potential now, as suddenly everything goes. Everything is on the table. It doesn't automatically make the entirety of Frontier canon, it makes Espanas canon, but if you can add one thing from Frontier, you can add everything. Nothing would be quite the same surprise again. Like, this is it. This is the most surprising addition that can happen in a Monster Hunter game, honestly. Because now, even if we get the most mental of Frontier monsters, we're still going to go, okay, well, I guess we got Espinas, so, you know, this was in the realm of possibility. Whereas before, everyone would have said this isn't possible. And yet, it has happened anyway. And it is mental, and it is brilliant, and he looks like he's going to be an absolutely beautiful fight, as much as he looks literally beautiful. I hope he is done proud in the full game, and oh, Espanas making waves. Daimyo Hermitaur, of course, big crab, here he is, joining Shogun. If they don't have a crab-based turf war, somebody is literally committing a crime over at Capcom, so fingers crossed for that. There's not much to say here other than, yes, he looks great, because the crabs, again, are a monster that's going to look so much better in 5th gen onwards than they did before, because you can actually put so much detail into their shell, their joints, their skull, how they move and how they work, and I hope he gets a tune-up, I hope he's faster, I hope he gets moves from, like, Stone Fist, because why not, and definitely nice to have a selection of crab in our Sunbreak. Then, small monster-wise, we get ourselves Velociprey, which again is really, really good. For me especially, who started in Monster Hunter 1, the first thing I ever hunted all those years ago when I was a kid was a Velociprey. That was the first thing that could fight back that I had to hunt. Aptonoth, then Velociprey. And because of that, they will always hold a special place in my heart, despite being kind of lame, weird-looking little raptors. But now they are not lame, and now they are not weird-looking, because they have had a makeover like everything has for the 5th gen, and I'm so happy to see them populating their jungle home once more. Oh, then we have the Hermitaur, the tiny little beetly bug, joining Vespoid as another returner to Rise, and, you know, that's neat, I guess. Hey, at least they come with an armor set, usually, so, you know, we got that going for us. And, of course, little Cenotaurs, as we've seen them on the lava caverns, joining their big Shogun in his entry into Sunbreak, so that's really good, too. We've got both big crabs, both little crabs. I just really kind of hope we get a new crab, please. That would be so cool, please. I love the crab monsters, oh my god. So, that's it in terms of these are definitely happening. Quite the beefy looking lineup, and again, one of the best I think ever to launch off with a G rank / master rank game. Then when we come to, well, is it gonna happen? Velocidrome, perhaps? Question mark? I mean, a new kind of low-tier entry-level raptor isn't the most unheard of thing, and he would be a good one again. You could give him a makeover, make him threatening, give him new moves. You could kind of do whatever you want with him. He's sort of a blank palette of a raptor. That would be kind of neat. And then finally, of course, if there is Gorma Gala.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! KO! Here's the
It is no longer off the table nor impossible that Shaggaroo, Big Daddy Gore all grown up, would be joining him. Again, of course, just because the baby is in doesn't mean the adult is. Look at Zamites, look at Oroctor. But if they've gone to all this trouble to bring back Gore and the frenzy and his beautifulness, I mean, the bigger, more imposing monster using the same setup feels like a logical step, because it's probably not that much more work to implement if you've already done Gore, is my kind of line of thinking. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Shaggaroo, but I also don't think it's a guarantee. In any case, there you go then. That is your Sunbreak roster as it stands. What do you think? Do you think it's a good one? Are you hype? Are you excited? Are you pleased with the offerings that we have been given to go murder, stab, and equip? For now, though, also, let me know the one you are most excited to have confirmed, because I think that's interesting how that really does change for everyone. But, yes, like if you enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more Sunbreakerly goodness. Consider supporting the future of this channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.